presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.
Welcome back to State Champs. I'm Lauren Plant, and we set a record in views during last weekend's opening round of the football playoffs. We posted 57 football highlights all over our State Champs social media channels and our website, statechampsnetwork.com, and you responded. Not only did we post the most games ever on our network, we had a record 250,000 total views. What we pulled off is the future of State Champs, and the future is now. We thank you. And we thank our presenting sponsor, who make all of this possible, Lawrence Technological University.
I'm Jenna Skalski, and I second that. Thank you to all the fans. But we did not forget about the boys soccer and cross-country faithful. In order to give you the respect you deserve, we created your own state championship shows, which you can watch on our website and our Facebook and YouTube channel. It's comprehensive coverage of the state finals. Go check it out.
Of course, it's district finals weekend in football, and after the crazy upsets we saw a week ago, would this weekend be any different? We've come back to the table with another 40 games this week, of which you'll see several on this television program. So let's do this.
I'm Ryan Slocum, and we begin with a pair of downriver teams squaring off in the Division III District Final as Allen Park took on the Pirates from Riverview. Allen Park looking to win its second straight district title. They'd strike on their opening possession. It's the senior John Ball going in for the 35-yard touchdown. They would add another score and led it 13-0 after the first. Riverview going for its second district crown in 3 years, trying to get some momentum right before halftime, down 21. Brandon Marr on the play action connects with Austin Poe. The senior does the rest. 70 yards to the house. Pirates down 21-6 as we go into halftime. But the Jaguars respond on their very first play of the second half. The senior, Nico Tiberia, breaks free down the sideline. He has reservations for 67 yards for the touch. Allen Park goes on to beat Riverview 42-26. That's the final. They win their second straight district title and will face Chelsea in the Division III regional final.
I'm Gabe O'Neill, and we go to Farmington High School, where the Fighting Falcons were hosting the Cubs from University of Detroit Jesuit for the D2 District Crown. We jump to late in the opening quarter. Farmington looking to get on the board first as senior QB Max Martin fakes the sweep and then dumps it to fellow senior Jordan Turner, who makes his way into the end zone for the first score of the game. Falcons up 7-0 after 1. Second quarter now, and the Cubs were looking to answer back in a hurry just minutes in. Making that happen would be senior Jeffrey Knight going up and bringing down the pass from sophomore QB Nathan Brown for the touchdown. U of D would convert the 2-point conversion and lead 8-7 at the half. Farmington, looking for their first district title since 2002, would elect to kick the field goal on 4th and 9. Junior kicker Eli Bride has no trouble drilling this 35-yarder, and the Falcons take back the lead 10-8 with 4 minutes left in the third. But before the quarter would end, U of D would have the ball in the red zone and answer back with a kick of their own. Sophomore Xavier Chow nails the 25-yard field goal for the lead, and that would hold through a scoreless fourth quarter as U of D Jesuit downs Farmington 11-10 the final score. This is the first district title for the Cubs since 2013.
I'm Alex Sims from the Lansing area. Portland hosting Lansing Catholic, and everyone wanted to know if this would be the year Jim Ahern's Cougars could get past John Navarro's Red Raiders. Cougars would strike first. Mitch Raphael takes the pitch from Zach Gillespie, turns the corner and hurdles his way into the end zone. Those would be the only points of the first half. Now to the second half, Portland moving the ball, but a fumble, a huge turnover, and the Cougars would make them pay because on the very next play, Gillespie scrambled Devils and fires deep downfield into the waiting arms of Vince Salquest, all the way down to the one, setting up a Catholic touchdown. Then, the cherry on top for the Cougars, Gillespie keeps it himself, picks up a block, and powers his way into the end zone. Lansing Catholic takes down Portland in impressive fashion, 21-0, the final. DeWitt hosting St. John's. This game was played at Hazlitt High School due to the unplayable field conditions at DeWitt. Things were interesting early on. DeWitt up 7-0, but the Red Wings answered. Here is Jamin Medlock with the honors, who muscles his way into the end zone for a St. John's 6, and things are all tied up, but DeWitt was just unstoppable. On the very next possession, Andy Scorfar gets the ball in the hands of Andrew Debris, who finds an open hole, and he is gone. Not a single defender can catch him. DeWitt regains the lead 14-7, and there was more where that came from. Scorfar to Blake Beach now, who dives across the goal line and in for another DeWitt 6. This time, Scorfar connects with Mason Gilbert, who makes the nice grab and dives into the end zone. DeWitt claims its 4th straight district title, beating St. John's 40-7.
I'm Jason Hutton from the West Michigan area. In Division 1, our OK Red rematch from Week 3, Hudsonville hosting Grand Haven. Eagles sophomore quarterback Ike Irish left last week's playoff win with an injury. Not only did he play Friday, he played well. One of his 2 rushing touchdowns to give Hudsonville the early lead. But it wasn't just his legs. Pump fake and going deep for senior Braden Vredeveld, and he connects for the touchdown pass. Head coach Brett Sandy is excited about that. Into the 4th quarter, Irish going to go up top again. And once again, he's looking for and finding Vredeveld, who gets a foot down. Hudsonville, district champions with a 35-7 win over Grand Haven. Division 2, they had to get the snow off the field at Saylor Stadium. Mona Shores hosting Midland Dow. 2nd quarter, no score. Senior quarterback Caden Broersma for the Sailors. Going to run triple option. Pitches to Colby Trovinger, who dives for the pylon. 7-0 Mona Shores. 3rd quarter, Shores. Broersma fakes the handoff, powers his way into the end zone. Mona Shores back-to-back district champions with a 35-12 win over Midland Dow. In Division 3, East Grand Rapids 7-3 at 10-0 Byron Center for a district championship. In the 3rd quarter, after recovering a fumble, it's Nathan Milanowski on the jet to the right. He cuts it back and in. 21-7 East Grand Rapids, and they weren't done. Superstar senior running back John Shelton up the middle for 4 yards and in. East Grand Rapids wins its first district championship since 2015 with a 41-14 win over Byron Center.
Today we'd like to tell you about the MHSA Scholar Athlete Award presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. For nearly 30 years, the Scholar Athlete Award has honored some of the state's top student athletes with $1,000 college scholarships. And over that time, Farm Bureau Insurance has presented over $700,000 in scholarships. To qualify, one must be a senior graduating this year from an MHSA member school and have won at least one varsity letter in an MHSA tournament sport. Applicants must also be carrying a 3.5 grade point average in the classroom. Entries are judged on a sportsmanship essay, involvement in extracurricular activities, some short answer questions, and letters of recommendation. Students must submit their applications by December 6th, and all scholarship recipients are honored in March at the MHSA Boys Basketball Finals. If you want to learn more about the Scholar Athlete Award, visit the MHSA website.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The greatest honor a high school senior student athlete can earn, Detroit Athletic Club's Athlete of the Year. You're one of the tops in your sport. Prioritize education and giving back, like Cassius Winston, Megan Bobian, Rakia Jackson, and Aiden Hutchinson did. 6 male, 6 female nominees earn $1,000 in scholarship money, with $5,000 each to be awarded at a red carpet gala in downtown Detroit. Nominations accepted now. Download the application, dathleteoftheyear.com.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
That was the best day ever!
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread filled with fresh mozzarella and cheddar cheese.
Hungry?
Howie's!
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we head out to West Bloomfield for a Division I district final. The Plymouth Wildcats looking for their first district title since 2012, and the West Bloomfield Lakers looking for their third straight. Lakers get a fumble recovery on Plymouth's second play from scrimmage. Run Anthony May up the middle, he'll score from 1 yard out, giving West Bloomfield the early 7-0 lead. Mr. Football candidate Donovan Edwards lined up at quarterback. He'll look to the right, stay patient, wait for the hole, and go. 33 yards. Lakers up 14 after 1. Edwards in at quarterback for an injured C.J. Harris. He'll fake the give to Anthony May, keep it himself on the outside, and score with ease. West Bloomfield up 21-0. Edwards making a statement in this quarter. Scrambling towards the right sideline, he'll get there and burst upfield. Nobody able to catch him. 47 yards to the house. Lakers rolling 28-0 at the break. West Bloomfield looking to put this one away, opening drive of the second half. And who else would it be? Donovan Edwards looks left, bounces off a would-be tackler, bounces it all the way around, 35 yards to put the Lakers up 35 and ice this game. West Bloomfield takes care of business, winning their third straight district title, 35-0. They'll play Belleville next week in the regionals.
I'm Mike Erlitis, on to a district final in Division 5. The Denby Tars looking for their second straight district title, hosting the Trojans from Clawson, looking for their first ever in school history. The Tars getting at it in the first. Check out the speed of Craig Shorter as he takes it 70 yards for the score. Denby up 16-0 after 2 quarters of play. More from the Tars in the second half, and more from Shorter. He punches it in for his second TD as Denby takes a 32-0 lead after 3. In the fourth, QB Brandon Grimes would add one more for good measure on the keeper. As Denby repeats as district champs, topping Clawson with a final score of 38-0.
D4 district finale. Coach Rod Oden in his second year at the helm of Harper Woods. The Pioneers 5-4 coming in, but handled Cranbrook a week ago. On the road at unbeaten Detroit Country Day, Chandler Park was no match for the Yellow Jackets in the pre-districts. The Yellow Jacket quarterback back from injury in the senior Alon Mitchell. First quarter, beautiful 24-yard strike to Danny McClain. Country Day led 7-0. But minutes later, Pioneers able to put together a 4-minute drive. Bad snap, but Muti Edwards cool as the other side of the pillow picks up the rock, definitely making something out of nothing with the big gain. 4th and goal, but a penalty had him backed up. Keontae Booker in the Wildcat. Edwards on the outside, gets the screen pass, immediately chucks it to the senior Curtis Jackson, who makes a great catch in the end zone. They miss the PAT, but Harper Woods only trailed Country Day 7-6 at the break. We jump to the fourth quarter. Country Day leading 10-6 now. Anthony Amori going to finish off this drive, powers into the paint. Jackets leading by 11. But the Pioneers struck back almost immediately following a 60-yard run by Christian Stokes. Edwards takes off, eases into the end zone. Point after was blocked, so Harper Woods trailed 17-12. 4 minutes ago, Pioneers making waves. Edwards here going long, 2 receivers in the vicinity, but somehow Country Day Saborn Campbell with a brilliant interception. Country Day hangs on to beat Harper Woods 17-12, 11-0, first district championship since 2016. Yellow Jackets will host fellow unbeaten Milan in next week's regional championship.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report, brought to you by My Student Aid. Detroit Cass Tech Junior offensive lineman Terrence Enos took a visit to Purdue last Saturday and came away with a scholarship offer from the Boilermakers. That now makes 18 total for Enos, who has other offers from LSU and several more schools. Purdue has done well in the state of Michigan the last couple of years, including at Cass Tech, where they picked up Jalen Graham last year. Graham is now starting at free safety for the Boilers as a true freshman, and that was something Enos noted on his unofficial visit to West Lafayette. Another young prospect from the state who added an offer is Traverse City Central's Joshua Burnham. Only a sophomore, the 6'3", 200-pound Burnham was offered a scholarship by Western Michigan. That is the first offer of the process, but we're not expecting it to be his last, as he's hearing from several other schools, including Michigan and Michigan State, both of whom he camped with in the summer. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I'm Alan True.
The Recruit Report is brought to you by My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Go to michigan.gov/MIStudentAid for more information.
Hey guys, just a quick shout out to Hungry Howie's once again for sponsoring the State Champs Mr. Football and Anvil Award competitions. We do updates on the race every week, and you can watch them on our YouTube channel or on all of our socials, as well as our website. The race is heating up as we are in the final weeks of who will be the next Mr. Football and Anvil winners. Check it out.
State Champs is the original high school sports show, and State Champs Sports Network is always on, 24/7, delivering the content you want on the platform you choose. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and StateChampsNetwork.com. Coming in 2020, the State Champs app.
Donovan Edwards bullies his way through this crowd of Highlanders.
State Champs Sports Network is always on. Follow, like, subscribe, and share.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
It's time again for you to register your League of Legends team for the State Champs Esports 4th Annual Tournament hosted by Lawrence Tech. We're looking for the top 64 high school League of Legends teams to battle it out to be crowned the best in the Midwest. With thousands of scholarship dollars at stake, you need to register your team today at statechampsesports.net.
I'm Jeremy Otto. We had a Division II action as Detroit King hosted Livonia Franklin. Franklin looking to finish off an early drive with 8 minutes left in the first. It's James Carpenter who answers the bell with this 2-yard TD. Patriots up 7-zip. 4 minutes later, King searching for an answer themselves. Freshman Dante Moore fades back and fits one into Marshawn Lee for the 20-yard tally. All knotted up at 7 now. Fast forwarding to one of the first plays of the second. Moore drops back again and dumps it short to Raheem Mercier, who chugs his way to the outside and barrels his way in for the score. King snatched their first lead, 14-7. King looking to pad their lead even further before the break now. 1:30 left. Moore looks for lead through the air this time, shakes one defender, and is able to jog his way past the goal line for the score. All King going into locker room, 35-7. Midway through the third now, a delayed handoff to Penny Boone, who looks like he's swallowed up the line. But wait, the senior bounces out of it, hits the sideline, and strides his way in for the 45-yard touchdown. The Crusaders advance to the regional with a 49-15 victory. They'll face UD Jesuit next week.
I'm Ryan Slocum back with you. Birmingham Seaholm looking to avenge a 35-14 loss to crosstown rival Birmingham Groves with the district title on the line. And the Maples strike first. Jackson Vance caps the opening drive with a 9-yard touchdown. It gives Seaholm a 7-0 lead. And that fired up Grove. Ralph Donaldson reaches across the goal line. It gets the Falcons on the board for the first time. But Seaholm comes right back at him. It's Strecker again. No question about this one. The Maples go into the locker room up 28-7, and the Seaholm defense would pitch a shutout in the second half. The super sophomore Jacob Vance working the tip drill for the pick, and that would do it. Birmingham Seaholm defeats Groves 42-7 to win its first district title since 2001. They'll host Port Huron in the regional final.
I'm Jake Vandenberg from the Northeast Michigan area. Let's take you out to Hillman as the top-seeded Tigers take on the Trojans of Cedarville. Early in the first quarter on an 18-play drive, but first let's take a look at Gunnar Meligen here. And what is he going to do? He's going to finish it with a 3-yard touchdown run. Tigers are able to strike first, but Cedarville is able to do the same on the very next drive as Josh Newell makes it in from 1 yard out, but failed the 2-point try. Next drive, Nash Steinke turns nothing into something, and oh, it's not just something, it's a Hillman touchdown. What a run by the senior quarterback. Tigers up by a score of 14-8. Late in the second quarter, Trey Paquin rolls right, and he's able to lob one up the Grant Fountain. He'll try his way in for a Trojans touchdown, but on the opening kickoff, Gunnar Meligen, man, he's a magician. He's doing it all, breaking a few tackles here, is able to stay patient and wait for his blockers, and once he finds an opening, he's able to cut to the far side of the field, and there he goes. What a return by Meligen, and the Tigers are up 28-20. Then in the third quarter, here come the Trojans. Trey Paquin on a 3-step drop, fires at the Thomas Bond, and he'll be able to run this one in for 6. Cedarville up by 3, but Hillman gets the last laugh, and you just need 2 words. Gunnar Meligen, he'll take this one in for another Tigers touchdown. Hillman gets revenge on Cedarville, winning by a score of 48-44.
You have a say in helping determine who wins 2 of the most coveted awards in high school football by voting for the State Champs Mr. Football and Amble Awards presented by Hungry Howie's. Who will join the ranks of previous Mr. Footballs such as DeQuan Finn, Cody White, and Alex Malzone? In 2018, Marcel Lewis was the Amble's first champ. Who's next to be the top linebacker or lineman in Michigan? Keep up with both races by watching our weekly updates on State Champs social media. Vote for Mr. Football and the Amble Award at statechampsnetwork.com.
You ready, Darius?
Let's do it. Anybody want an autograph?
Autograph? We're here for the stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust pizza? Hey, who do you think you are? In the line, pal.
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now, for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread.
Hungry? Howie's! State Champs High School Sports Show is Southeast Michigan's home for football highlights. State Champs High School Sports Show. Your teams, your games, your highlights.
Welcome back to State Champs Main Event Division 5. Unbeaten Almont at unbeaten Marine City. This is the toughest district in Division 5. In fact, the winner of this one has a great shot at getting to Ford Field. Marine City with a ton to play for because their coach Ron Glodich is retiring. Hall of Famer, he's coached for 33 years, became the head man back in 2012. A year later, State Champs. To East China Stadium we go.
East China Stadium, the site of our main event, as Marine City hosted Almont. 2 unbeaten Division 5 powerhouses. In our final smaller school top 25 rankings, the 4th-ranked MC Mariners going for their 2nd district championship in a row. We had Almont 17th in the state. Raiders haven't raised it up in 5 years. This would be a battle of wills. We begin in the late stages of the first quarter. Josh Hellebuck looking to finish off a drive for Almont, and he does just that as he pops over the pile. Raiders failed on the ensuing 2-point try, 6-0 going into the second. Then Almont looking for more. Hellebuck takes to the air, but Wes Uplinger skies for the pick. Could the Mariners capitalize? Yes. Senior signal caller Colby Walker dropping back fits the ball in the tight window to Charles Tigert like the Silver Surfer, blazing a frozen trail. 62-yard score. Marine City took a 7-6 lead into the break. To the third we go. 3:30 left. Jake Poppert gets the handoff, dives his way past the goal line. Almont snatches a 14-7 advantage. Fourth quarter action now, 7 minutes left. MC answers. Walker to Angelo Patsalis, who twirls his way through for the score. We were all knotted up at 14 apiece. Crunch time. Under 3 minutes to go. Raiders relentless. Popper receives the give again on 4th and 1, hits the outside, and cruises to the crown. Almont wins 22-20. They will host Saginaw Swan Valley in next week's Division 5 Regional.
Time now for the MHSAA Clip of the Week. We go back to earlier in the show, and this is the senior Nico Tiberia for Allen Park on the opening play of the second half. He takes it down the sideline for the 67-yard touchdown as the Jaguars went on to beat Riverview for the Division III district title, and that's your MHSAA Clip of the Week.
Another incredible weekend of football is in the books, and there are literally dozens more highlights you can watch right now at statechampsnetwork.com or on all of our social media channels and YouTube. 40 games this week. You have to check it out. There's a good chance we have the highlights of the games you want to see.
That's right. We've got other great content there, including some volleyball district action. So do yourself a favor, take it all in. Hard to believe it's regionals next weekend. We'll have coverage from all over the state as we wind our way to Ford Field Thanksgiving weekend. And don't forget to check out our live football video podcast, Michigan Extra Point Live, every Friday night beginning at 10:30 p.m. on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you next week right here on State Champs.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.